The showdown in Washington in the Flint water crisis. One expert witness says the lack of action is criminal.
And the former emergency manager of Flint, Darnell Earley, says he is sorry but does not accept any blame. 7 investigator Jim Kirchner is here now with testimony.
All right, Jim, so does this look forward to a fix, or what are we talking about went wrong?
I can tell you much of the day was about who failed Flint, the city of 100,000, that their water was toxic with lead for going on 2 years and it's still not safe to drink. So-called experts with the EPA and the Michigan DEQ failed. Committee members frustrated.
This hearing is going to be known as the Great Finger Pointing Hearing.
Under oath and in the hot seat. And a lot of fingers pointed at Flint's former emergency manager, Darnell Earley, appointed by Governor Snyder to run Flint.
And in the midst of all of this crisis, I must tell you that I believe that I have been unjustly persecuted, vilified and smeared, both personally and professionally in the media, and by some local, state, and federal officials, as well as by a misinformed public.
Earley was in charge and in the group in April of 2014, toasting the switch from Detroit water to the Flint River to save money. But the river was more corrosive and not treated. Lead from pipes leached into drinking water, and the contamination may be linked to Legionnaire's disease and 9 deaths.
As we all know, we were grossly misled by the experts at MDEQ and EPA.
Former Mayor of Flint apologized for not being more aggressive in getting to the bottom of the crisis, as the non-government experts and his residents were sounding alarms. That prompted this.
Are you ready to say you're sorry?
What I've said and will say again is that, I was responsible. It happened on my watch.
Are you sorry?
I feel very badly about that, and yes, I'm sorry that the people of the city of Flint have had to go through, I said that earlier, this crisis. It tears me up inside. I'm very regretful and remorseful for what's happened.
One committee member said the resigned director of Michigan's DEQ, Dan Wyatt, told congressional investigators that the Flint River crisis never came up in cabinet meetings in the Snyder administration, and 15 others are on their list.
None of them would cooperate. And so we still have work to do.
Flint Lives Matter has become part of the discourse, and this email uncovered in the congressional investigation written by an EPA staffer in September is shocking.
Perhaps she already knows all this, but I'm not so sure Flint is the community we want to go out on a limb for. Are you kidding me?
Now, it's not clear, but that may have been a reference to Susan Hedman, the EPA regional administrator, whose actions were called criminal. She did resign over this crisis. Next hour at 6, her blistering day before the committee and that label criminal. And one hero inside the EPA who tried to speak up. We'll see you next hour, ladies.
All right, thanks a lot, Jim.